Alright, so let's do this. Alright, so let's do this. I don't want to do that. No, just amazing stuff, baby. Marvelous, wondrous works. So don't just stuff. I mean, if you never heard of like a Christ mind or something like that, I can get what you're saying. If you know that that's how the world has been built over time, like your Euclids, your Keplers, all of those things, you'll understand what I'm saying. But if you don't, I get it. Don't say something stupid like you don't know. That's stupid. Just look it up. Of course not. It's not going in my head, people. That's foo gaga stuff. It's actually happening in the world. Shucks, man. What happened here? What am I explaining over and over again? No. It's not about explaining over and over again. There are times people just don't know, and you need to step out and say, "Hey, she comes to the church like this because she's doing this." But you definitely need to like make an announcement, or Brandon Scott can stop doing the way he's doing it, and actually make an announcement so people can be like, "Okay, this is something totally new to us, but it's not a new situation." Why was I talking about the goddamn chicken? The goddamn chicken. All right, this is a right good topic to do. So let's see. I said, people chill. Stop being so angsty. Like nobody cares about your anger. Or your upsetness. Just be like loose about this lifestyle, man. You're not going to. I doubt if things are going. I don't know. Your lady like that. I'm gonna say that, but Maria's gonna go live so I can continue to smile. So I think you just keep shut up and with all that anger stuff. With all that mad and I'm trying to upset something or upset someone. I'm gonna explain to you guys why you feel like you don't. It, this. Come on, Joe. Dean, Papa Doe, Gillaby, Necklace. Zigaboli, da da da, sailor, Higgledy, glacier, Clitibusina, Glidebusina, no, I get a busina, yes, it is good time. I'm gonna busana, give it all right, Well, I'm just kind of like here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'm trying. All right, let's see. Okay, where am I? Where am I? All right, there we go. All right, so all right, did it start or what? Okay, yeah, that's what we've been on there. All right, so I want to talk about the three temptations, and the reason the first temptation was oh Jesus. Oh gosh. Okay. The stone to bread. It said the tempter came with a cunning smile. Command these stones to bread, beguile. For hungry you are, and in the desert land, turn stone to bread by your command. But Jesus stood. He stood. Remember I say sit, stand, walk. It's about doing a physical action or an action with your body, and also then doing something else, right? These are things ways to settle down and have it in. But anyway, he stood. His voice a song. No man lives by bread alone, but by the word so strong. With faith unbroken, his heart held true. The tempter fled, his mission clear and new. So what is this saying? Okay, no man lives by bread alone. So some of you have come in and said, I'm gonna get, right? I'm coming in to get the money. I'm coming in to get this. I'm coming in to get this, not just get this, but I'm getting it from this person. And so that's where we have the problem, right? The problem isn't that he, maybe he's an alchemist or something like that. The problem is that you want me to turn. I'm in a desperate space. And because I'm in a desperate space, I'm now going to do anything to get. And I'm going to utilize any person. These are, and I'm not saying I am, I'm just saying that this is the thought process that you're going to utilize any person. You're in a tough space. And so you decide to command, change something that normally wouldn't be changed. So it's for your own benefit, right? And I'll say one thing, like with the win. One of the things that I have found myself being able to do is like go ahead and have the being able to utilize the forces. And so when I was in the midst of my struggle, I said when it's people around whom are not I'm unfamiliar with, these people I need some help, so I'm gonna turn it colder, to let me know that something new is around. So recently, yesterday, and I was like, walking the street, I was like, oh, I got cold. I was like, oh man, I remember this. And it's like now today, I'm like, no, I'm not going to just do this for myself. I'm actually doing this. I'm not going to manipulate the environment, or I'm not going to just do this just for myself, right? I'm not going to change things cold. And I'm saying me doing it, but because it works with me. When someone's granted the all, it's like I am like I'm not going to just make it cool because I need to know that someone's down for me because someone else and I have a cool. And so instead of saying that the one is there to do all the other things, I'm just saying it's just there to do that one thing. So it's like if you command because you're hungry, you're going to do this. And it's like, that's not the purpose of the stone. So now you're going to violate the stone. What the stone do to you? Then you're also going to violate the bread. The maker of the bread. The bread maker didn't make it. So you think about all of these things, all of these relationships in which you violate when you decide to be pinpointed on just what you're going to get. You don't think about the mother. You don't think about the daughter. You don't think about the son that's there. You don't think about the circumstances of a person. You don't think about anything else but you getting that one thing, the bread. And so when one says no man lives by bread alone, he's not saying that you don't have to have bread. He's just saying that there's so much more to this. Like someone's like, okay, you got to get the money. Well, I get that. I do get that. But and it's coming and it's here and I have it. It's simply a matter of, it coming into my hands and things of sort. But it's like, some people are just like, man, if she ain't talking about the money, I ain't coming in. If she ain't doing this, I ain't doing it. She starts talking about anything else, I'm not, it's not for me, So, It's about like, having your faith, being stern in what you believe in, what you're going to do, how you're going to walk and move. You know what I'm saying? So when the tempter comes, you definitely want to. And there's the thing of like praying that you don't have to be in temptation. But that's the thing about the tempter is he's just going to tempt you. You've got to. So it's like you got to make the decision. Like, what are you going to do? Who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to your steady walk that like, I know that's a woman. I know that's a child. I know that this is, something that I possibly should be listening to. So then you should say, based upon these things that I would want and the human process that I would want, what would I do? How would I move? How would I like to be? It's like love one another as you would love thyself. See, we want to love one another. We don't want to love thyself. How do you love yourself? Would that be appropriate for thyself? So when you think about it, like someone says, what's your intention? And so your intention can be an overwhelming situation. Like my intention is to increase the knowledge base, increase, because what happened to me, not all these what the fuck statements, or like, why did I know that at 38, or what's going on with this? I got a bachelor of science degree and I don't know this. So you find yourself finding out that I'm digging into this place, and someone had gone ahead and laid it out, right? Laid the pipeline down. And I found out that our knowledge base was kind of like eternal. Just like the Bible, it didn't really have a start or finish or starting point, right? It just kind of goes. And so for me, I'm here. I'm like, my name is Maria Nikita Washington. I'm named. My date of birth is 8/18/86. I'm named and I have numbers. My social adds up to 666. So it breaks the code, right? And then 6 feet deep. One goes to death, a state of death. 6 feet tall, my father was. And then 6 feet apart, we just had the pandemic. So then we got sixes all around. This is the mark of man. And some of you may know, but we're on the sixth earth, the earth, and now we're all hearing. You say EARTH, the earth that hears. So these are things that allow one to not be eternal. So we have like a Jesus whose mother, they didn't have a father. So some people have called them bastards or something like that, but they are, or let me not say Jesus because he had a mother, but sometimes in his life, sometimes we'll go like to the orphan. I've seen people who've gone to the orphanage, done whatever they wanted to do to a child because that child had no one to care for, or they had no owner, right? So they had, they called them eternal. When they started, they could do whatever to them, change them from human beings. And that's what happens with the literature. When we don't have a starting point, so you see in like the change from just when Jesus came, we went to after Christ. Before that, it was a common age, right? Common era. It was a common era now, right? So it's like, so we have to know these things. And so Maria is saying, hey, I'm Vince. I got to know. No, and I have to have this yada mean about this. Like Maria Nikita Washington was born in the fourth watch. Remember Jesus said to God, come on, God, can't you stay up for the fourth watch? Come on. Nobody stayed up for the fourth watch with him. So he was there, but Maria came at 4:16 in the fourth watch. And so she offers this opportunity to say, hey, we always talk about the third day. Here's the fourth day for relaxation and rest, right? And so when she's starting her numbers, her name, she's like, okay, this is my experience, right? And so with that, bam, bam, boom. And I know some people, I've seen some people go ahead and try to break off. And it's foolish. It's foolish. You continue to say you don't need to hit. And then you don't have the legs either. So you then circling around eternally again. Because you think you're in your own world. And that's not true. So I say this to say, like, guys, what's the problem? See, here's the thing: when we can admit that a first is here, then we can admit that a second can come. Then we can commit that a third can come, and a fourth can come. And we can look at a grid and not a web. A web is kind of like, and a spider, intimacy spider, went up the web. And the water ran and washed it out. But a grid is little squares. It has actually, it's squares. And we're familiar with it in the graphing phase and measurements and keeping track of something. Right? We don't typically keep track of it with a web. So the grid allows us to say if Maria says, okay, right here, I'm that one right there, bam, the line right there. And this is my experience. All right. But so each part of that this experience goes up though, right? It can go up. But it's like once this one here is out of that. Because if they're not, I'm going to be in it. And I'm going to keep popping up up above because I'm still in it. And I'm, it's like that's not the way it goes. I mean, it's frustrating the system. I've noticed that. And it's like even like you trying to do the dictionaries and stuff, it's like now you're going to the front and then you're trying to make the PFF. It's the same stuff, what I mean? Now we're sitting here in the present day with what's presently happening, and you're presently trying to be up against that which you have learned from. That conflict is constantly coming back towards us. And it's like, come on, man, if you just sit back and wait, or you could sit back and assist, you can see this young lady and you're like, you know what, I can look at her in a human way, and we can go here and then we can discuss and move forward, not just count her out, because it's not your plan. You weren't the one. I promise you, she was not. Maria is not trying to impress you or fit into your group. So she's going to get it done. Of course you could assist, but if not, she's fine by the time. It's coming very soon. I mean, and I'll get into it with flower time and all that stuff. But anyway, so the pentacles fall up to the temple's highest sphere. The tempter raised him, and typically, as you say, read the New King James Version. And I might just jump into that real quick, but the tempter raised him, filled with fire. Throw yourself down. The angels will save you. For you are God's son, not meant to cave. But Jesus spoke with holy might. You shall not test the Lord, despite the height. With steady faith, and vision bright, the tempter left, retreating from the light. And it's kind of like a poem anyway, so it's like, it's all right. So anyway, it's like, the pentacles fall. All right, here I'm at, you say you're at the top, right? And because you're at the top, you feel like, okay, bam, because you know who you are, right? And you know who you are, you know what you have, what you can do. Like, yeah, go ahead and slump them down, right? Go ahead, wow. And then just go ahead and drop everything. Like, look, I really didn't have to take this long to do that. But for what? Right? Is this? Yeah. But for what? I'm not like I utilize this. Let me not go in that sense. Throw yourself down because the angel's gonna catch you. So of course the tree will catch you. Yes, the sun, the SUN will catch you. They will catch you. I mean, does that complete the sentence though for you? You can fall down and it's like, now all we have is each other back at you. And it's like, dang, man, I just got rid of this situation. It's like, well, the mislabels, so I'm working on that, some of this myself. But then it says, you should not test the Lord despite the height, no matter how high you believe you have gone. Does anyone know what the Lord is? Has anyone thought like, okay, if the Lord, it means I'm like, yeah. What does the Lord mean? Anyone?
Taking penitentiary chances, risking my life. Wow, baby, you out here giving it up.
The thing about it is, here's the big one here is the kingdom. The kingdoms of earth. On a mountaintop, all kingdoms shown. Bow to me, and all is yours, thine own. For worship me, and power I'll give you. I'll offer the world to let you live. But Jesus answered bold and strong, You should worship God and serve Him alone. With righteousness, He chose His path, turning from the tempter's wrath. Listen. So someone comes offer you, okay, this your kingdom you can have. Bow to me, and yours is mine. Sir, that's already mine. You mean you want to offer it to me? And then I'm not all of them because I'm not trying to get into the Zoe life. I'm not trying to demand and control a human being because that's not my place. So it's like you're not gonna come to me and tell me, Shorty, I'm gonna get just like if you're getting the daily pay. You're not gonna come and tell me that the daily pay that I heard someone else say that I was getting, you can go tell me I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna give it to you because she can't get it to you. She in a rough spot, and I'm gonna get it for you. And then I'm gonna all you gotta do is watch her. And that wasn't what she said. But because it was yours and you decided that the person who gave it to you, you didn't believe them. You decided now somebody else coming to you, they saying in a more clever way. Now you want to bow down to them and worship them when it was yours all along. You see what I'm saying? And you sit there and decide you're gonna do whatever to get these things. And it's like that's not the reason really what you think. A lot of times it was last night was like people were really just blown away by the temptation of having another person's stuff or having something else. It's like, listen, guys, this can be good for us. We don't have to be in competition for one another. We actually can live, but you're trying to get a faster, sooner, speed, time, and distance. You just those are your things. I'm gonna get faster. When she's like Einstein equals MC in the square. MC in the light is where we at. So you're trying to be over here, and then you're gonna end up in the tunnel, and then you're gonna the first gonna be last, and red. Now you want her to pull to the back and come assist you because you're getting caught up in a conundrum and you're messing the world up. These things have happened before, guys. This is why I'm telling you. This is not like, and it kind of saddens me, but I may have to go and pray or figure out something because this has happened before where someone has started a thought and then someone else thinks they're gonna carry it on, like a Muhammad and then a Caliph. You're gonna carry it on, and you don't have my experience. You haven't even accepted me. You have disrespect for me. So how then can you utilize someone's work and then have disrespect, and then you never give that person that that respect or that money, or we give and receive as human beings. We inhale and exhale. So you taking. It's ridiculous. Like that's not going to be profitable for you. I remember Anthony Tony said, people pay when people put that money in, or people pay for it. That's when they, go ahead and benefit, or they going to use it in the right way, or it's just it happens that way. So it's like I know for myself, it's like it's frustrating sometimes about the money, but it's like not. Yeah, it's not more frustrating about the promised money. Like, don't tell me you're about to give me something and you're not. Like yes, that'll be your another last death. And anyway, so in the while he stood his ground with a faith unshaken, not unbound. The trials came up, but he stood tall, and he taught he knew God's call. Through temptations in the wild and the true, but through it all, his purpose grew. The Son of God was strengthened by through testing came, his light did shine. Okay, so anyway. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. Oh, baby. Oh, my gosh. This thing get me. Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right, that's number 2 done.